What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Gamers Den. I'm, of course, your host, Ken Slippus, back again with another video for the Anime Lounge. And today, I figured I'd do a top 5. These will be my top 5 favorite anime characters. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of rules for this one. Okay, one, they have to be prominently anime characters, which means no anime inspired like Sonic, the Sonic X crew, 2003's TMNT, or Teen Titans. It's unfortunate, I know, but it makes it so it's a little easier. And for number 2, one character per franchise. Can I stress that enough? Okay, that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Okay, right off the bat, number 5 is Urza from Fairy Tail. So now I hadn't finished Fairy Tail, but there's a reason for that. I didn't. I got to a point where what was it? The chick that's been supposed to be dead. It's after the cat arc and everything. For those of you out there who know what I'm talking about, Lee would probably be able to better explain it than I would. But basically, I stopped watching it after a certain point. There's a reason for it, but I did watch it enough to the point where Erza is definitely one of my favorite characters of all time. She's strong. She's pretty wise, and on top of that, she's got a backstory that makes you just like really want to sympathize with her. You just want to get her into a hug, if she doesn't like pound you to a wall first. She's a very strong-willed character. But that's kind of why I like her. She's able to be vulnerable at the same time, just like wipe off the tears, and just get back in the fight. Fairy Tail, since Fairy Tail, her main magic is that she can like do various armors and all that. So that's kind of cool. Oh, that was kind of cool. She's like a knight of some sort. Got some awesome armors that I've seen. Yeah. So yeah. Number 5, Urza. Number 4 is Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. Now normally it would have been the cat, because that's who I really loved watching as a kid. But last year I rewatched it, and honestly, guys, Kiki definitely. I definitely identify more with her nowadays because she's trying to be an adult. She's a kid. She's like 10 or 11 or something like that. She's not an adult yet. Watch the movie. It's a really good movie. Um, but I wanted to do something Studio Ghibli. It's the only movie that I knew of, so and I knew I watched. But Kiki is definitely a character that I identify with a little bit more than the cat nowadays. Although we kind of all can identify with the cat. The cat's like sarcastic as hell, and we want to just be sarcastic as hell as this cat. Um, but Kiki, this movie kind of reminds me, like, for me, the main thing for this movie was adulting isn't always easy. Sometimes we gotta slow down, pace ourselves. You can't just rush to be an adult. We have to, you know, do what we can. And honestly, guys, being an adult, as an adult myself, a couple years ago, it was really hard and everything. I knew I had to do quite a few things to fully get to where I am now. Keep my anger a little bit more in check than it used to be. Believe me, guys, I had some really bad anger issues. I still kind of do sometimes. But not as bad as that. This was bad. There's a story there. You can tell. But not only that, but I had to be a little more responsible for my siblings. I had to be a little more responsible with my family in general. Um, Money, I've learned it a little bit better now. Yeah, I might pay top dollar for certain very specific stuff. More often than not, I know how to be thrifty too. So that's cool. However, then there is the part that really, like, sends it home for me. Doing, being a responsible adult is not easy. You want to say something, but you can't. You know. But with that out of the way, number three is actually two. It's actually two specific characters because one or the other. But there's a reason for that. Or no, no, it's not gonna be two characters. It's gonna be the character from My Hero Academia. I pick Froppy. Now, her real name is Sue. That's what her friends call her. She's an awesome character. Now the character is definitely um different than what I'm used to. But I like her because, well, she really plays well with Deku, the main character of the series. See, not all of them are main characters. Um, like main core characters. Sue does pop up in a lot of story arcs, but she's not like the main part of the main cast fully. It's pretty much all of one class 1B. It's complicated. I usually pick like two or three that are the main ones, and she's like a secondary protagonist. You know, she's there a lot, but she's like not main focus. Proppy, um, she's if you watch the show, you know what she is. But for those of you out there who don't know, My Hero Academia is basically a show that has sort of like fairy tale, but instead of magic, everybody's a superhero. So of course, when Leo showed me this, it was really cool. I really like Froppy though because she's super down to earth. Her frog powers are definitely different. She looks human, somewhat. Her hands are a bit bigger, and she can stick out her tongue like a frog. But that's her main power. I think her quirk, is literally called Frog, and she's super cool. She's a super cool character. Super down to earth, but she's really, really blunt, so you get some really funny moments. Um, she's super sweet. Recently, I really felt bad for her. She's gone through something, and she was crying and everything. You don't want to see this character cry. It doesn't look good. You want to hug this character. Um, yeah, guys, let's move on to our number two slot. This one's from Yokai Watch. This is from the anime, not the games, not the manga. Although he does kind of act like this in both of those too. We have here Kyubi, a character that is a yokai, mind you, but there's a reason I put a yokai here. Every yokai in the anime, more often not, has a specific storyline. There's some kind of yokai there as far as the core yokai group. You have Jibanyan and Whisper, of course. You got Rabanyan and Walkappa, but Kyubi has his own little segment during season one at some point. He's definitely a character that I really thought was funny. I loved his design and his human form. He's one of the few. He's one of the more powerful characters, so you could go into a human form, um, without having to use some special item like the Coma Brothers. But QB was definitely one of my favorites because he's a fox creature, and I really love the Naruto manga. I need to watch the anime. I need to watch the anime. I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic. This is a character that, in the anime at least, wants 99, 100 souls to be a greater fox demon. Unfortunately, he himself falls in love with Katie, another character in the show. A main human character, mind you. So, it's unfortunate, but, well, the character, unfortunately, doesn't get the girl in the end. At all. No heart, nothing. Gotta find that 100th heart elsewhere. This is a character that actually pops up again a couple times, not only in the first movie, but as in various segments. He's definitely a character that I really like. I thought he was really, really funny. But on number one, and of course, it's going to be from Pokemon. Now, I could have picked any number of characters. However, before we get to the number one slot, I have to mention some honorable mentions. Okay, Natsu and Happy from uh, from Fairy Tail. Very cool characters, but Natsu is a little too hot-headed for my taste, and I just want to smack him one. As well as, I can't do the ice dude's name. But he's cool and all, and I definitely identify with him, but Urza's just got so much more powerful for me. And she's awesome. She's an awesome character. And while I like Happy, he's funny, I just want to put him in it next week. I just want to put him in. That's why these two are on here. That's all my mentions. The cat from Keith's Delivery Service, I couldn't put him on here for, I had to pick one or the other. Um, Goku. I did watch a few episodes, and Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! I did watch a few episodes of both shows, and they're super cool characters. I just don't know the entire storylines with them. So, fortunately, I had to keep them off the list. Frieza as well. I really liked Frieza. He's a cool character. Um, uh, Deku and Ida. Definitely two characters that I really liked from the show. I really like some of the new villains. Some of the villains in the series are really cool. Um, yeah, I can't really put. I wanted to pick one. It was either Deku or Froppy, and I definitely wanted to put Froppy on here. She's soft. She's an awesome character. I love Deku though. Deku would definitely be a secondary. He would definitely be on here. Um, from Pokemon, unfortunately, I couldn't pick Ash or Pikachu, but they are definitely honorable mentions. Same goes for Professor Oak. He's an awesome character. Awesome character. Same goes for Professor Birch. I love this character. I grew up with him. So, of course, he's going to be on this list. As well as Misty and Max. I really like these characters. I don't really mind May. She's cool. But Misty was the one I grew up with, as well as May. I preferred Misty for Ash. I'm a firm Ash and Misty shipper. And before you ask, yes, I ship Deku and Froppy too. That's just me. That's just me. However, however, you might be wondering who my number one slot is. Well, you can't have one of these characters without the others. Jesse, James, and Meow. Now, there's a reason these guys are together on the same thing. They're always together. Their backstories are equally tragic. And while yeah, they're technically bad guys, as the series goes on, they are more and more like good guys, or at the very least, heroes. Yeah, they might still try to take Ash's Pikachu or any Pokemon for that matter, but in the movies, they will help Ash and the crew. These guys are heroes when it comes to their world. Unlike Butch and Cassidy, who will literally let their own men to die, like every other member of Team Rocket. But Jesse and James and Meowth are definitely some of the funniest characters I remember watching as a kid. And even now, today, they are super freaking funny. Oh my god. But, Meowth cannot learn Payday, so they can't really do that. They had to do that storyline during their Johto journeys, during their Johto stuff. They've actually gotten the black suits, and now they don't anymore. Which is super funny. They get their black suits through all of the Unova region, gets all this awesome tech. Nowadays, I've heard that they've gotten now they don't use their own Pokemon anymore. They use Team Rocket stuff now. They've gotten up. They really gotten up a little bit. They've definitely gotten the best arcs, in my opinion. Um, yeah, we've slowly been fleshing out Ash over the years, but we've also been fleshing these characters out. These three characters have been with the franchise since the second episode, along with Misty. These characters, Ash, Pikachu, Misty, Jesse, James, and Meow have all been completely fleshed out. And they're still getting fleshed out. They're still growing as characters. But Jesse, James, and Meowth are definitely the three main characters that I really love watching. I mean, let's face it. You know their catchphrase by this point. You know their motto. Their motto, and then their catchphrase is basically, "The market's plastic off again." Oh Lord, it's funny. And they'll even put spins on it every now and again. It's so funny. Hell, sometimes they'll do it multiple times. They did it twice in one episode, and they commented on it. These guys are fourth wall breakers. They're funny. Um, they're definitely characters that you would hang out with. You just have to watch the evaluations, you know. With that in mind, guys, keep in mind this is my own opinion. It's my opinion. If you have your own opinion, go ahead and link it down in the comments down below. Tell me what favorite anime characters that you like, and I will do an update of this list because with Leo and Draconis as buddies, they've been showing me various anime. I've actually been watching more My Hero Academia. I will do a review of that at a later date. I've been watching the anime Overlord with Leo. He's been showing me that. It's really cool. Um, and then oh, what was it? I did watch the first episode of Attack on Titan. Jesus, that first episode turned. I bit off a little more than I could chew with that series, so I stopped watching that a bit too. I don't think I'm not good for the hardcore stuff, but I do have some anime that I want to look at, some movies that I haven't watched yet. Leo's got a bunch of Studio Ghibli films, so hopefully, I'll be able to update this list. Um, maybe next year or the year after. Um, I'll probably wait a couple years with this one. This one I might come back to. With that in mind, guys, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Uh, Tomorrow I will be uploading a corner video, and then on Friday will be our normal gameplay stuff. But on Saturday, I do have an idea for a random video. So keep an eye out for it this Saturday, guys. I got an idea. No idea in the back of my head. So I will see you all in the next video. This has been Gamers Den. Y'all been awesome, awesome people. Love each and every one of you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all of your friends, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications. It does help. I'm Canadian Lupus. I hope to see you guys in the very next video. And bye.